something that you all bring up in the book and that we brought up in this conversation is that I think that we tend to divide slavery into different eras. We say, well, that was slavery back then, and it's very different today, and we're just not in the same place. We're more evolved as humans. We have a better sense of who we are. So, in your opinion, and you touched on this, Dr. Cobb, just the idea of when we look back and we study this, what's the benefit to us in understanding the problem today? Why study something like this when it can feel so out of water compared to what we're used to today? What's the benefit to us, trying to solve the problem of slavery in our world today, where the institution has been somewhat dismantled, but yet it still operates in the background in a huge way?
If you want a sobering journey, go to slaveryfootprint.org. And there's a calculator on there. It's from about 10 years ago, so it doesn't include things like electric cars. But you put in all of your possessions and the way you live and your lifestyle and all of those kinds of things, and it tells you exactly how many slaves you have working for you to uphold your lifestyle 10 years ago. I've done this with students, and none of us have ever gotten below 30, which is incredible. Because that is actually more slaves than the average enslaver in the U.S. Held in the antebellum South. So that is quite sobering. But I think the reason that I bring that out is because I think there are logics embedded in our theologies and embedded in our sense of relationship and social structures that are tied to slavery that we don't really unpack. And that's the benefit of studying this. I don't think we're any better than they were back then. I don't think we're more enlightened than they were back then. There might be some things that we're better at than they were, but there's some things they were better at than we were.
I totally agree. And then I'll just add to that. I think, Alex, in looking at your website and your project of sort of looking at the ways that Christianity has been harmful and then sort of reframing, right, Christianity in new lights. I mean, that's one of the things I think that's so important about sort of unveiling the realities of ancient slavery, is that it's there, it's in our texts, and so many times people don't actually deal with it. So then when people are reading the text for themselves, they're like, wait, hold on, I didn't realize this language was here, this idea, I didn't realize there were like enslavers in the New Testament who were enslaving other people, and that this isn't rejected by the text. Right. So it's there. We have to wrestle with it. And then, as Katherine is pointing out, the ideologies perpetuate into a variety of places in our contemporary context, too.